How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, you?
Good, sir. Coach now, is it?
Yeah, well, a bit of everything. How did I get in here?
Mate, I let you in.
I know.
Shame it wasn't a few years ago, being honest. I tried my best, but it was Liverpool through and through. He didn't want to come.
There's a few pictures of us here, just arguing over decisions. Life-changing, weren't it?
You just might need to take that one out, the one that won a goal, that one.
It's Liverpool every day, and then you take over all the way. It's like, you'll be happy towards the end, I think. I looked at the pictures of myself, I felt like a bit like a boy in a man's game.
When I see it back now, you know, it feels like a million miles away. I'd finished training with the youth team and I'd gone stand on the side of the pitch because I wanted to watch the likes of, you know, Desailly, Frank Leboeuf. How does Frank Leboeuf ping it right and left foot, 60, 70 yards? And I used to get bad from the younger players. You'd stand on the sideline watching, one player would go down injured with 15 minutes to go in the first team training, and Vialli or Hullet would say to me, JT, when you come, all of a sudden you're training with the first team. That
was the only thing that mattered to me in my life. Whether I was in Melwood or not, or at home, that was just, it was like tunnel vision. I need that and I want that and I'll do anything or anything that's in my way, I'm going through to get there. I was in a bit of an awkward situation when I first got the captaincy because Hullet took it off Sammy Appiah.
How was Sammy with you with that?
Brilliant.
Was he?
That was obviously the key to it, and me settling in so quick as a captain. Sammy was like, look, you didn't make the decision. You know, that's a situation I'll deal with the manager, but just to let you know, I've got your back, I'm there for you.
Mine was similar. It was so kind of Graham Lasso and Wisey were coming towards the end of their careers. So they actually went to Ranieri and said, listen, rather than us be captain for the rest of the season, we think, and see John as being it. And I think they had the discussion. Them making it so easy was unbelievable for me looking back.
This one night was probably the standout performance from the Liverpool fans. You know, the stadium was full 45 hours before kick-off. The drive into the game, flares were going off, the bus was getting shook and stuff. So you knew this was a massive occasion for both teams.
You felt you was just in like a big kind of cauldron. Individually getting abused, collectively, you stand there and all you see was red. And even kind of talking about it now, you got goosebumps a little bit.
Luis Garcia, did that go over the line? The goal's been given.
Was it, wasn't it? I'm obviously going to say
it weren't.
I'm obviously going to say it was over the line.
I was right there. For me, I didn't think it was a goal. Gallas is adamant to this day that it wasn't. Was that the year we won the league at Bolton? 3 days before?
Every cloud that year.
Yeah, it was, To go from that massive high, then to pick yourself back up for another big game, probably didn't do us any favours, to be honest.
It was hated and it was everything during the game, but instant respect as soon as the games were over, and something sticks out in my mind, a bit of class from John, wishing me all the best in the final straight away, and also getting a message to me before the final. Touch of class, yeah.
And Dirk Kuyt now comes forward. Liverpool are heading to Athens.
I remember kind of, you know, crying on the floor. And Mourinho kind of picking me up, and you know, the next person who puts his arm around my shoulder, Stevie. So from someone like you at the time, it means everything.
You're also in the back of your mind thinking we're going to have many and more of these battles going forward, and the shoe might be on the other foot next time round.
Who was the best you worked with?
I think Benitez, tactically, in terms of setting up a team to win a game or get over the line in a certain situation. That doesn't necessarily mean I had the closest relationship with him. It wasn't all nice with Rafa. He'd say certain things to you, or he'd behave on certain days around you to provoke you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got the best out of me.
Pretty much like Mourinho. You know, if you picked up a knock and you missed a day's training, he'd come in, he wouldn't speak to you.
Yeah.
He'd walk straight past you on the treatment table. But, you know, you're sitting there, captain of the football club, you come in and you're kind of looking for the high five with the gaffer.
And you don't get it.
And you don't get it, and he blanks you. And he says to the physio, why are you there? So he knows what he's doing. How long?
Yeah.
And the physio will go a couple of days, and he'll go...
Just walk out.
Yeah, he'll just walk out.
I think players react more by getting provoked and...
he definitely poked me and pressed my buttons.
Searching for a bit of love off them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have Liverpool at home or Arsenal away, and he'd go, right, next 3 games, 3 points there, 3 points there. And by the end of this month, we're going to be 12 points clear.
Yeah.
But when he said it, it weren't like, listen, that's a tough game away at Arsenal. It was a done deal. The experiences we had before, we're going to get Liverpool. It was kind of a given, wasn't it?
And Lampard scores! There are tears in the celebration.
Frank had said pretty early that he wanted to play and be part of it.
They're one step closer to the dream.
He always delivered, didn't he?
Always delivered. For me, Lamps has been best player in Chelsea's history.
This was obviously a very happy time in terms of playing for your hero. On the day, the teams on paper, there was a slight mismatch. Talk about how important players are for teams and clubs. Petr Cech's save in the final moments of that game.
Yeah, that was probably one of his best saves in a Chelsea shirt, actually. A lot of people even thought at the time that was in, but thankfully that one weren't given.
Yeah. Still to this day, it hurts. It will for a long time, probably forever. You know, to get so close to winning the league. You think that almost galvanised Chelsea to sort of like, let's spoil the party type thing?
A little bit. Even Mourinho's reactions after running down the line. I can relate to that as well, going back to the 2008 Champions League final for me. I can't seem to erase from the brain.
I don't think I'll ever be able to.
Over time, that does ease slightly, but...
I hope so. The last game that we played against each other, it was a touching moment. I didn't expect the whole ground to stand up and get that kind of reaction. I've been abused by Chelsea fans for 15 years, and I understand that. I got asked about it in the aftermath, and obviously I was a little bit mixed.
Everyone's up on their feet, you know. If there's one person that ever deserved to win the Premier League, it's you. Listen, what you've done in the game has been unbelievable, Steve.
Towards the end, Brendan sat me down and he was honest and respectful. If it stays the same, how long do you think you can keep going like this?
I'm honestly hoping that I don't play this season, which means that they keep
You're
winning.
Going to be successful, yeah.
Yeah, and I genuinely mean that. You know, when you've got a manager like Conte, who's been honest with me from day one, listen, you're not getting back in, the boys are playing great, the team's flying, you know, you haven't got a leg to stand on. You do things the right way because of the love of the club and how good everyone's been to you over the years.
I think it's set up to be a cracker. How do you see it panning out tactically? Liverpool are a wounded animal at the moment, and would you a big win?
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much away, but he's digging for tactics there, isn't he?
I've had Klopp on the phone this morning.
The mindset's been clear from day one with the manager that we're going there to win the game. I'm hoping and I'm confident we can come away with something.
You see each other for the first time in a tunnel, it's all business. You'd have that token gesture handshake, and you don't really mean much about it because you're sort of in that zone.
That rivalry was just massive.
Some incredible battles.
Yeah. My highs are your lows and vice versa.
The outcome is everything in your career, really. These are some of the biggest nights of your life.